Breakthrough Performance Coaching, bringing you a Beyond the Basics, looking at swimming forward. When we see a triathlon race, when we look at triathletes swimming, nobody swims the same way. Head positions are different, body positions are different, elbows, fingertips, arms, all different. There are some points that everybody has in their mind. We want body rotation. We want to enter above the shoulder. We want to have a high elbow catch. All of these words. But you can create all the propulsion in the world. However, if your body line doesn't interact with the water in a low drag or a drag reducing way, you ain't going anywhere. Right? Even when somebody is making the right shapes, getting that body rotation, the extension, then they may or may not be getting as much forward motion as they could. Is there something that could be better? The question that we should always be asking isn't, am I doing this particular part of the skill right? It's, is how I do this moving me forward? I'm going to break this down with some line drawings. These blue arrows represent propulsion. These two swimmers, amazingly, have exactly, or are creating exactly the amount of propulsion, same amount as each other. The drag from the water, again, miraculously identical. What's different, though, is the drag from the form. And that bottom swimmer is creating a tremendous amount more turbulence, not just because of the head position, but also because of the arch of the back, the rib cage flaring. Those are more critical pieces to how they're interacting with the water. As a result, the forward forces these two athletes create is not the same. One is getting more benefit from their work than the other. I want to look at this in a slightly different way. So, got an athlete in a pool with some swim cords and working on just single arm swimming. And the shapes aren't bad. Elbows high, fingertips are down, water's being directed backwards. We can see that with the line of the band. But they ain't moving very far. If anything, they're creating a wake that is not helpful for them. When they start to turn their body, when they start to get the alignment from shoulders down through and past the hips and turning that in a way that the body pushes the arm forward, suddenly they move. And when they don't, they don't. I'd like to take a look at this in slow motion because sometimes it can be hard to see all of the different pieces that are going on when someone is in water. If we push water backwards in a line, we're going to get some forward motion. The shape of the body that we create impacts how much forward motion we get. Working from the torso, making the torso the centerpiece of how you move helps this an awful lot, because when you move from the center out, it's easier to control the limbs. And then when you start to actually get it, you practice it, you repeat it, you do it over and over so that you can do it naturally. If you're moving faster, or if you're moving through more turbulent water, you're not going to hold this peaked roll position for as long as you are when you're practicing it. But learning to differentiate your position from one that is hydro or aero, if we were on the bike, from one that isn't, should be the focus of your swimming. Because unless your body is working for you through the water, every single thing you're doing with your arms, your elbows, your fingertips, or your toes is meaningless. Hope this gives you a different viewpoint into why drag reduction and body position are really important in swimming. Thank you. If we can do anything for you, reach out to Breakthrough Performance Coaching.